All right, so we're going to multiply. We have the quantity of 2 minus 5i squared. Now remember that with this example, we do not take the 2 and distribute. We're going to expand, meaning we're going to write 2 minus 5i twice, and then FOIL. So here we go. 2 times 2, we have 4. 2 times negative 5i, we have negative, here we go, 10i. Then take the negative 5i and let's distribute that twice. Negative 5i times 2, we have negative 10i. And then negative 5i times negative 5i, that is positive 25i squared. And because we have the I squared, remember it's negative 1. So I'm going to circle that, put a slash, put times negative 1 there. So it's going to make this positive 25, when we times it to the negative 1, a negative 25. Then let's combine our parts. 4 minus 25, we have negative 21. And then negative 10i plus negative 10i, that gives us, please let me say this, these are like terms. So you do not add those exponents. Your only focus will be on the negative tens, and we keep the I, keep the variable. So that would give us minus 20i. Next example, the square root of 5 plus 7i times the square root of 5 minus 7i. Now remember, I told you that whenever you have terms where they're both identical, but look at your signs here, we have opposite signs, and then the last terms are opposites of each other. What's going to take place? The outer and inner terms are going to cancel out. So just to show you, your first term, we have the square root of 5 times the square root of 5. That's the square root of 25, which gives us 5. The outside term, the square root of 5 times negative 7i, we have negative 7i square root of 5. Inside terms, 7i times the square root of 5, that gives us positive 7i square root of 5. And then lastly, we have 7i times negative 7i. That's negative 49i squared. Every time I see I squared, it gives us negative 1. So that negative 49 will become positive 49 because we're times the negative to the negative 49. Bringing your parts together, we have a 5 minus 7i square root of 5 plus 7i square root of 5 plus 49. Look at your outer and inner terms. They cancel out. So then you're left with 5 plus 49, which gives us 54. So let me say this, because the next example is going to be similar to number 4. There's no need for us to use the complete FOIL, because knowing that the first terms are identical, the last terms are, but they're opposite signs, the middle terms are going to cancel out here. So all we need to do is multiply the first terms and the last terms. And that's it. So our example here, 5 plus 7i, 5 minus 7i. First terms are the same. Last terms are opposites of each other. I don't need to use the complete FOIL. Multiply the first terms. 5 times 5. Multiply the last terms. 7i times negative 7i. Okay, but first term we have what, 5 times 5, that's 25. The last term, 7i times negative 7i, that's negative 49i squared. And I squared is equal to negative 1. So cross that I squared out, put times negative 1. Therefore, that's going to give us a positive 49. Add the first term, add the last term, and we have positive 74. That is our solution.